So the lights are out in nearly 1 million homes and businesses in the Garden State. Jersey Central Power and Light customers, they make up a majority of those outages. So joining us now to talk about this morning is JCP&L spokesman Cliff Cole. Mr. Cole, thanks for being with us. I know we spoke with you, about 24 hours ago to be exact. This has to be very challenging for JCP&L. Of your 1.1 million customers in New Jersey, more than 600,000 are still without power. That's around half. So what's being done to kind of get that restored as soon as possible?
Yeah, that is, that's a number that, nobody ever likes to see, but it's, as we were just seeing all the damage footage that you folks were showing, that shows just a little bit about what, our crews have been up against in trying to assess the damage and safely get in to these areas. We saw a lot of sparking wires, trees down. So the first part of the restoration process for us is always to make sure that we can safely assess what the damage is before we can actually begin the restoration process. So having said that, and having the nice weather today should be a day where we should be able to have our crews get out there and start at least beginning that restoration process. The total customers out just a little bit below 600,000 now, and our crews have been dispatched.
Sir, I have to stop you for just a second because you said for our crews to get out there and start to begin the restoration process. Have they not been doing that overnight?
Well, no, they actually, what I would say to clarify that is the restoration process is multi-pronged. Part of the restoration process is, again, to go out and assess the damage. The critical care facilities that we have, there have been some facilities restored overnight, but the overarching message for the customers is that this is going to be a multi-day event to get the vast majority of customers back into service. Our restoration process began as soon as the storm came in. We have 3,000 crews out there looking to get the power back on as quickly as possible. So what I meant to say is safety first, and once they do, the actual mechanisms to get the power back on can be adjusted.
Well, as you can imagine, people are obviously very anxious. Some upset that the power is still off at this hour because we live in a day and time where we expect things to happen very, very quickly, obviously. So, and you talk about it could take a matter of days. What about folks who really need this power immediately, right? Folks who have medical concerns, have children. Are you able to prioritize at all? What are you doing in those areas?
Yeah, that's a good question. And we do have what they call a priority restoration process in place for storms of this magnitude, any outage that we have. So as I was referring to the critical care facilities and priority restoration, we don't actually go and prioritize a specific individual. But for folks in critical care facilities like hospitals, for example, those would be prioritized. Now, as far as people who have medical needs and things of that nature, obviously, we're going to get to everyone as soon as possible.
Well, that's what they need and expect, in fact, especially as it's going to be heating up throughout the next couple of days. Best of luck to all your workers. Thank you for what you're doing, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you for having us.